Now you have seen Shabana in our school. Shabana was a cook in first she came to work in my place, then she started cooking at my brother's. Her daughter Mariam, I forgot to mention, was also a student here. And I forgot also to tell you, when we were asked to send the girls to Nasra school with the boys, since we didn't have the transport, the girls didn't go to Nasra. And the school they opted to go was DHA Neelam Colony, run by the DHA authority, which is a Neelam Colony. At that time it was only 265 rupees per child. And it was very easy for me to sponsor the girls. So most of the girls went there. Mariam passed out from there, got an A in her metric and joined Garage School as a teacher. She takes 2 classes in the afternoon, and beside that she's continued her education, and now she is doing a BCom Part 2 from the Zamzama College. And then 2 girls are still studying. The little ones are still there. One has become her metric, one will be passing. Some have gone to Nasra Korangi because they moved to Korangi. We still have about 15-20 children studying in various schools. Shabana is like my Harfan Maula. She is the key in charge. Everything is in charge of her. And I can't do without, like Shabana, my driver Yusuf, who's been with me for 22 years. My Baba, this is Balbir's grandfather, who's still with me. So these people have grown with me. They know exactly the different challenges I've gone through. And challenges for me is, I look for challenges. It's like a ball rolling. It goes in and comes up. So once it comes up and you meet the challenge, you look for more because you get very happy. Okay, I have done it. Let's go beyond. So this keeps me going. If there was no challenges, I think life would be very dull. You know, they say life, you know, spice of life. I think it is very, very important to have these ups and downs in life. Otherwise, your heart will not pump. I feel that. And your brains, when you won't get anxiety, that keeps me going, absolutely going. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what to do. Again, the thought of the families. Now, I give them education, I give them counseling. Then I thought, if the school is good looking and nice, if you visit their families, you'll be shocked that they live in Clifton. 9 by 9, just a small place, a little bigger than this table, is the area where they use to, it's their toilet. They use it for the toilet and they use it for shower as well. Outside is just little tiny place, square is where they cook. Many children come to the school with burnt hands because mother has left the stove on with something hot on it. Children touch it. It's just tiny place. One little bed for the elders. Children are everywhere and water is stored on one side because they have no water. Drinking water facility is nowhere in their homes. Most of them you will see is walking down, going to collect water. They go quite a distance. Some used to come late over here in the garage because they have to collect water and then come here. The uniforms used to be wet and you will still notice them. You will find them, this is going there. Then I said, okay, let me do their homes. So I got people to sponsor them, 10 to 15,000 rupees, not much. I still ask people, come and join me, do these things. There's so much to do. We have, look at Iram here. She's been here for many years, coming from a distance. She's just got attached to the kids. So people like them, I want more and more to come. What is this to do a home? So I got St. Joseph girls who came for the community service. I said, you do their homes. So we got them. Then there was another girl, Homa. I've never seen such a good girl, so much passion. She stayed even till night and she got almost 10 homes done. Stood there, got them done. Now I want to teach their parents. If the parents start learning to do the paintings of the home and get them into the self-sufficiency, dependency, not on me, but on themselves, and try doing other homes as well. So this is a circle that I'm going to introduce, that we will do homes to home. But in the meanwhile, I got about 10 to 15 homes done. Homes don't have place even for a table to put where can they study. If you go to the home, you'll see child on the pillow is doing a work and the little one is crawling behind, 10 or 20 of them in the home, splash, and the exercise book goes. So we try not to give them homework. So wherever I could get place, I did fix little tables in the homes so that they could feel happy. If they have a nice school, they'll have some place to work at home as well. Otherwise, so this is just to upgrade them. All the time I feel, do not consider them as poor. Give them a place that they feel it is their home. They feel good to come. They're happy to see colorful places.